Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, Default Thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. Oh, we got some spiritual energy center going on. It's all about the Kundalini, aka serpent power. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, the message of the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in, receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and yeah, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. So far, so good. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and that's what I'm on. To get the information to all my right thinkers who tune in and follow me, to get the information they need so they can know themselves also. That's what I do for you. Let's go. And I ask the question, do you know you? If it's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Get you to know you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinker, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I'm back in the Serpent Power book. I'm going to give you some Kundalini information. I'm going to break this down for you from 1 to 7, each level of the chakra scale, or we call it Serpent Power, or the spiritual energy centers. There's 7 of them. And I'm going to go through each one. Like I said, learning something is getting it, studying it, reflecting on it, meditating, and then manifesting it. That's how you know it. So to hear somebody talk about it, I got a lot of information that I hear and I take in, but I can't teach. I'm not proficient in it to pass it along. I get it, I understand, I enjoy it. So I know the art of teaching. So I also know the art of studying. If you want to learn something, you got to get into it. So let's get this lesson going. Right thing is, let's talk about understanding the principles of the energy centers. I just told you how to wake them up. Now we're going to deal with the Arat Shekum, or the Serpent Power system. Break it down pretty much. So see, it's psychological, remember, but it generates through the body. It breaks all that down for you. Hope you get an understanding. So let's go. There's 7 of them, and each one got a little history with it. So I'm going to take you each lesson. I'm going to just make it one at a time. They got one thing along with, but just good information. Let's go. But you can't think you're going to know yourself without going through the process of learning yourself. So this is part of the lesson. The system of psychology incorporates psychological and cosmic energy consciousness states within the human being in creation. They're trying to spread you. These are all working psychologically, but also work physically in the body when it's done right. Again, turned on, learn how to use. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand how to activate it, so to speak. Again, each center, represents a psycho, meaning mental, spiritual state of mind. Again, I'm going to break that down for you. That's the part that really understand it. The psychological state of mind for each one is important. It got a color. You see, as we go. But yeah, this is the fun part. I'm about to enjoy this. If you want to learn about chakras, if you want to learn Kundalini, I'm going to give it to you right now. So let's go. That's what I'm here to do. Each center represents a psycho-spiritual state of mind wherein the divine essence creates or manifests itself from the transcendent realm, which is without name, form, time, or space. And at level 7, what happens? That's the realm of time and space, and material forms from centers 1 through 6. Now, each of these represents specific emotional energy centers of the mind. Watch this, which interacts with each other throughout the spiritual evolution of you, the individual, regardless of your sex, religion, or cultural belief. Nothing to do with that. None of that matters. So understand that. These changes occur over several lifetimes, meaning the spirit have done this before, and leading to a reunion of the individual soul with is transcendental self, aka God. It don't control that. The individual body that is in controls that. That's why you got to get the mental and psycho understanding of what they represent inside you. Trying to get you to do that. So let's talk about it right quick. Now, in order to understand the serpent power and how it affects human consciousness, we will trace its movement through the psycho-spiritual energy centers of the subtle body. In the next several pages, I'm going to take it. I just told you. But let's start with this one. First level, color red. Okay? It's the psycho-spiritual energy center, and it's located in the root-based energy center, which is found at the base of the spine. Its color is red. Okay. And each one of them have a saying or, something to go with it. Like I said, you have to master the first level of your chakra system, your energy system, Kundalini, whatever you want to call it. But you have to master that before you can get to the second one. And the first one is what? It's fear, flight, fight or flight, survival, food, worry, recreational element, earth. These are things that the lower level people live on. If all you want about is, if you live in fear, remember fear of something happening, they take fear, God, no, God fearing, no, fear is false evidence appearing real, and you conjure fear. But the idea of fight or flight, that's instinctive, that's animal pretty much level instinction. We got to get better than that. Food, what you eat, worry, recreational living life. We call it the rat race. Get involved, get a job, and all that stuff. But that's what we're going through. But the base chakra is red, and it's connected with the energy, Mother Earth. Again, I tell you that. My body, mind, our spirit, and spirit are grounded, centered, and purified. Yep. Purification meaning doing what's right, doing the right thing. So right now we're on level 1. Let's stay there. But that's for the next level. But we're going to read through 7 on right quick. 2 is sexual desire, passion, sexual frustration. That means all you want to do, the body, all you want to do is be satisfied. You want to do is be happy. So you run around and doing stuff like that. That's the second level, okay? And that color is orange, okay? Get to that next. Third one is willpower, level 3. That's the yellow, okay? Level 3, your willpower over what? Things, people, your desires, and emotions. And that level, the element is fire. You're hot. But this is the level of what they got here. Your solar plex, the chakra. My will and divine will are one. I am connected to the abundant flow of what? The universe, and easily manifest my dreams. I forgot to do number 2, the orange. I'm sorry about that. But as I go through, I bring them out to you. But these are things that you have to master. You have to understand what they represent, what they mean. Number 2, with the sacral chakra, and I love all dimensions of myself. I delight in weaving the creation, the tapestry that is my life. Meaning, I'm doing me. Okay, at a certain point, that's fine. Next level, you're moving up with what? Your divine will. So as you go up the scale, the energy centers, as you open them up and master them, you see that you're getting better and better in what? Your actions as a person. That's the deal. Watch this. 4th one. Now at 3, you'll see that he biting. Ahmed bites from the 3rd level down. So at 3, masturbation, you're not out the woods. Why? You're still on that level of beastliness. Your willpower for things to do, those are all desires. Your emotions, that's ego. That's the ego level. Now, the 4th level. Now, the 4th level, color green. the heart chakra. Okay, they got the bunch of other stuff going. So as I said, when you master it, you get all the nuances, everything that you need to understand about it symbolically, so that you can understand it and have mastery over it in order to use it to manifest it. If you get a weapon or a tool and haven't been trained how to use it, it's no good to you. Knowledge is the same way. If you got knowledge that you don't understand, you haven't got knowledge. It should be understood by you so that you can what? Implement it and use it. That's my goal. Slow it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing out. So, okay. But the heart chakra is green. That means meditation, generation, and it also means, watch this, my heart is open to what? Receive the energy of love. I radiate this essence. I walk my path with ease and grace. See, your life starting to get that way. Okay, that's cool. That's the heart chakra. If you lead with your heart, if you have a big heart, I'm trying to explain to my people, it's good to have a big heart, but you got to have a big conscience to go with it. Why? Because people will misuse you because of your kindness to people and not really recognizing them for who they really are. So you got to have discernment. Moving on. Number 5. This is the fun part. Okay. 5 is self-control. Okay. And I call it speaking makaru, speaking from the heart. Once your heart get open, once you have empathy and compassion for others, you have no desire, no need to trick them, BS them, or use them. So you speak from the heart. You be honest and open. I wasn't always that way. He wasn't never that way. Moving on. Okay. Again, the 5th one, the blue, the throat chakra. Okay. Speaking. I am aligned with what? My higher truth. I speak from the heart. Once my heart is open. And communicate with what? With love and honor. My words echo softly within the universe. When you're speaking in meditation mode, you're speaking to the universe. So this is the concept. You got the little flowers up. It's really in depth, so I ain't trying to get that in depth with it. I'm just trying to give you the basics. So if you really want to learn about it, I'm gonna give you what they represent, give you how they work, and you can do the work from that point on. Now we just reached number 6, my favorite number. Now they got both these at the same color. One's supposed to be indigo. All right, there you go. That's the crown chakra. Now the 6th chakra, I wear the eye. Okay, that's my calling card. Why? Because the eye signifies, watch this, the 3rd eye chakra, that's the 6th, it signifies spiritual, impersonal love, divine vision, and the element is what? The mind, thinking, right, intellect, and suppressing the ego. Hold on. Suppressing the ego is the first layer of being spiritually enlightened. Why? The ego will keep you physically chained and commanded to its desires. You want to get above that. And the 3rd eye chakra is you get the heart open, empathy from the 4th. You speak the makaru with the 5th. Now you are spiritually enlightened. Why? My mind is open to a new vision. That's why the 3rd eye is open, the spiritual eye. I expand my awareness, becoming conscious through what? Through my higher self. You becoming Haru, becoming into focus who you are. Okay. Next level, last one, 7th one is you become fearlessness. Again, fear is false evidence appearing real. Once you become spiritual enlightened, there is that. It's not their problem no more. I fear nothing. There's no fear. Okay. Why? Because you have absolute spiritual and intellectual freedom. You know yourself, and there is no element for you to worry about. Why? Because you have transformed and transcended yourself to the next level. And this is the crown chakra. It's considered outside the body. Matter of fact, you go here, the crown chakra at the top of the head. And it's the crown chakra. It means I connected to what? The divine source. I became one with my higher self. That's what it's trying to say, of the universe. I am light. I trust who? Me. That's who. Now, after going through that in the concept, now let's break it down one at a time. I'm just going to do the one and shut the lesson down, but this one is the first one. Psycho-Spiritual Energy Center, number 1. And this is what they look like. At Judgment Day, this is you. At the scales of my yacht, and you see the left side, those are the rings from the Indian concept. Ours are the spears where you see Amet, the devourer. Ancient times, the punishment for sin was death. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When God got annoyed with all the unrighteous people, he sent his daughter, Hathor in lion form, to kill what? All the unrighteous. So if you was a sinner, she'd kill you. Another story, but that's the concept. So understand that. Breaking God's rule was not tolerated. Okay, everybody who did it paid. Understand that. That's how we got heaven and earth. Heaven and earth was like this. Rob broke that up. They'll never be together again. Another story. Quick love story. But moving on, let's go. Psycho-Spiritual Energy Center, number 1. The first Psycho-Spiritual Energy Center is located in the root base. Again, energy at the bottom base of the spine. Okay. Now, the symbols of this center consist of a square, which is the earth element, inside of which is a lingam. Now, the lingam is the Indian concept of male and female, or y'all know better as the yin and yang, or male and female organs. They show the lingam is the phallus, and the yoni is the woman's vagina. And it symbolizes that what? That the pairs of opposites, remember, duality, opposites, are contained in the field of matter, which is time and space. The element of this center is what? The earth. Now the attributes to this element are what? Collecting, listen, first level, greed, you want stability, and you want saving. So you're thinking about yourself. That's fine. It's the first level though. That's greed. That's where you are. The next level is, they call it the psychological principle here. Is what? Behaviorism. Here the consciousness of the individual is what? Reactive. Why? Rather than active, because the type of character who lives at this level has been what? Described, you ready? As a creep. The energy here is concerned with what? Survival issues, and the unbalanced state manifests as fear. Again, selfishness, possessiveness, concern with what? Finding food, etc. Self-absorbent. We all know people like that. Me, I. No matter what the circumstance is, they're going to look out for them first. We know that self-preservation is the first law of man, but it don't mean at someone else's expense. So that's the difference. Let's wrap this up. I'm almost done. Now, then you have, at this first level, you have desires, and they include what? Physical comforts. You always want what you want your way. Physical security, shelter, where you live, and biological needs for survival. All you want to do is make sure you're taken care of. You're covered in every aspect. That's selfish. That's the ego self. That's the first level. And watch this. The animal symbol of this center is called the elephant. Now, they even have, okay, everyone got an animal to go with it. The elephant is what? Slow, massive creature, which possesses immense strength. Such is the energy as at this level, which what? Acts to slow down the action of your spiritual energy. It becomes grounded in the earth element. If the subject is given to what? Flights and fancy, or unfounded fears, such as paranoia, this could be a signal of what? That there is a disturbance in the force loop. But whenever you're not flowing, there's a disturbance in the center, energy center, which is the force. Okay? Let me read the rest of this. Now, the way to awaken the energy center at this level is what? Concentrate on it while mentally or vocally chanting the sound of this center, and the sound of this center is with the A pronounced as the O. Okay, it's spelled O-M, some people, or the A-U-M, but if the use of the tongue don't vibrate, it don't move. That's what the chant word for them at that level. Now, the beginner's meditation, here we go. This is where you start from, right here. When I get done with this, this is going to be this lesson, but let's wrap this up right quick. But the beginner's meditation for this center is what? After you chant the sound, I'm not big on the chanting thing, okay? I'm not a verbal person, so I keep it on the side, but I will give it the shot. But the sound of this center for several moments, okay? Several minutes you spend that chanting. And you get into some like a rhythmic meditative state of mind. I get that. It takes you there. And what happens? You sit quietly and observing proper breathing techniques. In with the fresh, out with the stale. Get that rhythmic breathing. You get the chanting going. And what happens? You will relax your mind and the body and gently search for what? Those feelings. Where? Within one's actions, thoughts, feelings, where in the past or the present, where fear, where fear, excessive concern over providing for one's needs, you have anger, hate, greed, etc. aroused. In this state of mind, you're there. But now, you got to rise above that. That's all going to be there. That's where it starts in the beginning. That's all incorporated. Watch this. So then one must what? Clear these thoughts. Again, how do I stop the bad thoughts? How do I get you? Again, simmer down, calm down, relax. They'll take care of themselves. Watch this. When you clear these thoughts, which block the flow of energy, that's the reason why anxiety, aggression, worry, all those situations you're blocking the flow of your energy centers, aka your chi, your chakra, whatever you want to call it. But trust me, that's important. Excuse me. And you're blocking the flow of your energy by what? By asserting the facts of what? The one was clear these thoughts, which block the flow of the energy centers by what? How you stop it? By asserting the facts. Again, not belief, not superstitions, facts of wisdom that you are essentially one with the transcendental deity, God. When you go into that meditative state, you try to get in touch with your higher self. He's there. He's just waiting. He ain't gonna do nothing. He's waiting. And once you get to him, ooh, and my man Keith Jackson, ooh, Nelly. Hold on tight, excuse me, because you went for one hell of a ride. And I just think about that. My old man's deathbed confession to me was, we had a hell of a run. If you feel that way, good. I'm glad I can make that possible for you. So yeah, I remember that confession from my old man. And as I look back on it, for him, I guess it was. Moving on, I ain't going there. But it's what you think it is, all right? But when you want to get in touch with your deity, your higher self, that's what you do. And watch this. And that just as all creatures, watch this, in nature, are perfectly, what? Provided for. Our needs will also be what? Provided for. If you are a true believer, spiritual concept, in Christian, whatever faith, you got to have that concept, the belief that God will make a way where there ain't no way, as my man, the pastor, I'll tell you. And it's true. Anybody ever been in a situation where look hopeless, look all out, and when you got through it, you had to acknowledge God. That's a but God moment. Moving on. Let me wrap this out again. Oh yeah, sorry about that. All right, now, but we are what? Inseparable. We are an inseparable part of nature, and if we perform what? Watch this. Our humanly physical duties in harmony with what? You ready? Maya. Nature will provide all of our needs. Now, if you're a Christian, you can put that in the Christ mode. You can give it to Jesus. If you're Muslim, you can give it to Allah and Muhammad. If you're a Jew, you can give it to Yahweh, whoever. But it's happening for you. You have to have the experience for yourself. Who you give it to, I could care less. But once you have it, you should understand it. That's the difference. And watch see. So therefore, if you had that understanding, if you're living right, you will know that. Only people who understand that are those who've been through it, who've experienced it. If you didn't, what are you talking about? Okay, but therefore, we need what? Not worry, cheat, scheme, or resent others. Again, treat people the way you want to be treated. That's what they're saying. We know that what? The insult or wrong that has been done to us was due to what? That individual's ignorance of what? The fact that who they are. And we got a bunch of that going on. Don't let that get you all out of pockets. I'm learning how to find that quiet place with myself so those people don't aggravate me. I used to get annoyed by just hearing stuff. I'm like, stop having rabbit ears. Stay out of people's business. But For you as an individual, these are things that you have to do. And watch this. Now, if their ignorance is in the mind, then there is what? A karmic basis that what? To experience for that. Karma don't care about you being ignorant. Your action, you're going to have to pay for that. So understand that. So yeah, when people wrong you, don't worry about it. Why? They got to pay for that. And once I got to the state of mind, I no longer wanted to do harm to people who I felt did harm to me. Learning process, okay? But it's experience that everybody has to go through on their own. And watch this. All that the ignorance will lead to is what? You ready? Pain, disappointment, unrest, discontent. You want me to go on? But it's all bad. And it's all you. And you're causing it. It's called the fetters. That's the fetters of being ignorant. You're going to do things that you got to be responsible for and pay for. And you, well, I didn't know. Not an excuse. Okay, so move on. Watch this. This is why learning and being able to do it makes it better. If there is wisdom, here you go. Ignorance is acting without wisdom. If there is wisdom, strength, peace, contentment in the mind of the individual, then there is a positive karmic basis which will what? Lead to a greater and greater experience of who? The divine. And this divine experience, mystical experience they called it, is what? Transcendent of all worldly pleasures and positive developments. I call it right thinking, spiritual development. I'm trying to get you to establish that within yourself and educate yourself from that point on. The positive karmic basis is what? You put in good work, you get good results. That's the karmic basis that can be what? Promoted through righteous, selfless actions and what? Spiritual discipline practice when? Daily. This is my lifestyle. This is what I do. So we can forgive them, and watch this, and not hold unto any animosity. That's hard. I'm not a forgiving dude. Again, that's my feeling. Why? Because if you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. That ain't the right way to go. So if you rise above that conscious state of mind that you have, that's getting better. I had to do that in order to be better. I can't keep that same ignorant mentality and think I'm smart or gotten better. Life lessons, that's what I'm giving you. And when you have no animosity, why? Since we know that what? They will have to answer to karma or nature for who? Any wrongs they have done, since nobody can what? Escape their karma debts. What you do, you're responsible for. I'll get that. That's a long time ago. I'll tell you about karma. Wrapping it up. Oh, Lord. Forgiving oneself is important, and others is the key to what? Mental peace. There you go right there. There you go right there. I used to be a certain name you mentioned, I'd get mad just from thinking about that guy. I learned to forgive and let go. Now it don't move the needle. That's growing. That's getting better. That's getting over your personal egoistic nonsense. So it ain't easy, but it's the way to go. And watch this. When the key of mental peace and the flow of what? Emotional energies are back to normal, as the conflicts and the discordant feelings that ego at this level are what? Resolving themselves. Visualize them as what? The earth element, and dissolving it into the next energy center, which is what? Water. Next element. That's what we go into next. That's in this lesson. As important, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Be 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'm out, but I'll be back.